Hi, friends. A very happy Women's International Day. This is Lakshmi here, a counselor on wellness, a metaphysicist, and a teacher of spoken English. What is so significant about Women's Day? People are just celebrating it everywhere, but does anyone really know how it all originated? Let's get into the beginning. And let me also share what International Women's Day means for me and millions of women across the globe. To start with, it all started in the US in 1908 when garment factory workers were the most underprivileged. They started a kind of a revolution demanding better pay, better working hours, and better environment, and a more stable job where they will not be out of work. Let it be any country, men will continue to be men. Over the years and generations, we have always been talking about this, but even now, in the 21st century too, we find a lot of patriarchy around. Gradually, at that point of time, women they only demanded for their working rights. Things started, you know, with each generation as years passed by. So many geopolitical changes happening. Women started realizing their role in the society, their role in the family, but still they were the most underprivileged. If we look into history from 1908 till the Russian Revolution, many such events have happened. And many revolutions have happened. Many protests has happened. And somewhere after the 60s, women started talking about feminism. This was labeled by the men, not by the women. When women started asking for their own rights at home, at work, and in the society, because we were a subjugated lot, men started protecting and rising against silencing the voices of women, calling it feminism. As human beings, anyone can only take it till a particular point. In India, we worship Shakti. We call Shiva and Shakti the Ardhanarishwar, and a woman is worshipped as the goddess of courage, wealth in so many forms. This awareness was there in other parts of the world as well, and I would rather put it rather than the feminism movement, Shakti started realizing her own Shakti. And in the year, so many, we can go on and on and on. We can make 100 videos from 1908 till the present day. But officially, in the year 1975, the US government chose the special day, that is March 8th, as International Women's Day. In the meantime, many peace talks were made, many treatises were signed, and that was a time we saw, you know, lots of protests from women. There was a culture called the bra burning culture. What women did was that they did not want to be objectified as a toy. They wanted to be respected as a woman, and many women lacked that respect even in their own families. Why? Even now, today in India, we, we ask, is it a boy or a girl? So, this whole movement was about equality. Even today in the industries, the theater industries or in the cinema industry, there is always protest about a woman being paid less than a man. We are seeing it everywhere. We are seeing it everywhere. There's another part to the story. A woman, with times, women were educated, they occupied very high posts, which we know if we look into the traditional history of India or even the modern history of India till date. The world has seen great women leaders. In history, we have seen wonderful, wonderful people, both in India and in various parts of the world. Just coming down to the present generation, still our country is ruled by a woman, Mrs. Draupadi Murmu. So we, I'll say we because humanity at large started recognizing the immense power women had, and a special day was devoted and officially declared. But this but is in great capital letters because, in spite of all that, like I will be 74 this month, I have seen in my generation, I've seen in the next generation, even in the present generation, like in my generation, it was all bride burning and dowry and mother in law tortures. A woman became her own enemy against another woman in the name of tradition, honor, etc. We were all taught to live in a very nasty marriage by the name of adjustment. And many women silently suffered because there is no economic freedom. As the 70s progressed, more women became independent in every activity, in every field. The world has produced the best doctors, the best space women, and a natural gift of a woman is nurturing. A certain point came where most women were professionals and taking up jobs, and a homemaker was a very thankless job. They started feeling inferior because what we see outside is not what happens inside. Many women, daughters, sisters, mothers, grandmothers, and wife live extremely pathetic lives inside the homes in spite of their good educational and economic status. The world doesn't know about what is all happening, the emotional blackmails, the financial difficulties they face, and how they are used up by the family most of the time by our spouses. It doesn't happen with everyone, I don't say that, but still, oppression and suppression has always been happening. And India being a very diversified country, different caste systems, and how we dress, how we live, how we talk, everything matters. Even now, in the present environment which I live, I see lots and lots and lots of people. Their thought is still in the old Stone Age. So, coming back to International Women's Day, it's about projecting the maturity of a woman, the resilience of a woman, the lesson that women are not destined to suffer. We can rise above, and for all that, the most important thing is economic freedom. A woman can be an extremely loving mother and wife, and still she can be a very, very independent, financially independent, with a woman of her own mind. It's just not how we dress, it's just not about fashion shows. Womanhood is divine. And this is what Women's International Day is all about, where we stand up for ourselves. We work together in harmony with our partners, with our sons, with our fathers, with our brothers, with our spouses, and in most societies, Western or Indian, civilization at large, men still do not respect women. In any kind of relationship, whether in the office, whether at home, respect matters a lot. Our boundaries matters a lot. We have our own fears. We have our own ambitions. We have our own dreams. And this, as a family, as a society, it has to be supported. That is why, from the positive side, we are seeing such great women achievers. From the negative side, still, now the war is going on, and we all know how many innocent women suffered. So, it is very, very important to take a pledge that I come first. It is not narcissism or selfishness. If I am a healthy mother, I can take care of my family. If I am a positive person, I can spread positivity around everywhere. I work. I still work. A few people were asking me, why do you still work? I said, why do we still work? We all have to work. So, our me time, self-love, love yourself, and you will radiate love. Self-love is important. Self-care is important. Taking care of your health is important. Giving importance to your dreams is important. No matter what our economic situation, there has to be some kind of additional source of income a woman should have. Hence, financial independence is important. All these factors can be contained by being humble and by being simple. People think liberation is about fashion, about being arrogant. No. Liberation is about instilling the principles of life, the discipline of life in our own lives. Hence, I come first. That should be the attitude. And a home where a woman is respected, where a woman gives importance to herself. Still, I've seen in families the mother having her food last. It's gone to the extremes. Either you be Women are becoming too arrogant, leading too independent lives, throwing all the values out in the air, or they are just suffering. We have to find a via medium between the two. Never allow toxic relationships to be near you. You are not a doormat. Set your boundaries very, very clear with whoever it may be. If you learn to respect yourself, others will also respect you. Nothing wrong in grooming yourself well. Nothing wrong in paying attention to your health. Nothing at all wrong in being happy. For this, we need to have another set of mindset. What is that? We need to instill sterling qualities of head and heart. Where envy and jealousy rule, where there is keen competitive spirit of putting someone else down, whether it is within the family or outside, we cannot be nurturing. Overall, every woman is very beautiful, inside out. But we have also seen shrews. So, liberation is all about harmony, learning to live in harmony, at the same time protecting our own rights. Can't we all give happiness to others by being happy? We don't have to be martyrs at all. So, to me, this is the essence of International Women's Day. I have seen various highs in life, various lows in life, but I give the full credit to my parents, my mother and my father, who taught me to be the woman I am: courageous, independent, self sufficient, and always to have a life of our own, to pursue the dreams. Some of my most cherished passions in life I started pursuing after 60. So be happy. You have danced earlier, in between a stop, enroll yourself. Do everything that makes you happy. Your home will be a very happy environment. Where is God? Yes, we do have a special place for God, temples or in other religious places. But we are the temple. God is in each one of us and around us. And that is what a woman should be. A woman who can take good care of herself. Because all the time this happens. What will others think? What will others think? What will others think? Do others come to pay our bills? Never be fake. Never have two sides. One which are outside and one which are inside. When a woman is very, very authentic, I've seen throughout my life some maids who have known, so dedicated to their work, struggling very hard to educate their children. They are seeing the best lives. Most importantly, women have to learn to live within their means. Today, in this glamorous world, we spend huge amounts of money to please the Joneses. We dress for others, we eat for others, we put our children in the most expensive school for others. Live for yourself. My mantra to any women on Women's International Day is be authentic and genuine, because no matter how much we earn And now, with the present scenario going on, things are extremely tough for everyone. The job culture is not what it used to be. Technology is everywhere. Very, very strenuous working hours are happening. And the cost of living is escalating. So, money saved is money earned. There are thousands of anecdotes and stories I can relate, which both my grandmothers have shared with me, with my mother has shared with me. But to conclude, Happy Women's Day to all. Most importantly, love the girl child. Nurture your daughters, sisters, and other female members to make them extremely, extremely independent, strong people of character and strength. With this, wonderful, wonderful, happy Women's Day to all. Regards, blessings, and love. Always yours, Lakshmi.